Hi everybody and welcome to another video. Let's imagine a scenario. You have been studying a language for a few months and you feel that you are ready to have your first conversation with a native speaker. Okay? It could be face-to-face or maybe it is online. Maybe you do an audio call or a video call. Okay? Doesn't matter. The thing is that maybe you are feeling a little nervous. Maybe you think that there's going to be a communication breakdown, especially if the other person does not speak your language. Let's imagine that you're an English speaker. Let's take some specific examples. Let's imagine you are an English speaker and you're going to have a conversation with either a Japanese speaker or a Russian speaker. And if the other person is proficient in English, there won't be any communication breakdown, because if they say something, let's imagine that you set a time. You say that, okay, for 10 minutes we will converse in English, and then for 10 minutes we will talk to each other in Japanese or Russian or any other language that you're learning. Okay? So while you're speaking English, no problem. If they don't understand anything, you just repeat yourself or whatever, and yeah. Now, when the time comes to speak Japanese, let's stick to one language right now. And let's imagine that you have already practiced some sentences or maybe a certain thing that you want to say. Like maybe you want to talk about a vacation trip or something. You have already practiced the vocabulary and whatever. And you will be reasonably confident and you will say whatever it is that you wanted to say. Now, in between, the other person says something that you don't understand. Now, different people handle these kind of situations in a different manner. Some people, for them, it's just normal. They ask for repetition or something. Some people can get stressed, some people can get nervous, like, oh, what did they say? Is this going to lead to communication breakdown? It's normal to feel stressed in a situation like that. It's totally normal. Now, I do something which has been a lifesaver for me and which has made communication so much smoother in these situations, especially when, as I said, if the other person is not proficient in English, they're not able to, if they're proficient in English, they will immediately translate it in English and tell you, oh, I said blah, 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 blah. No problem. But if the other person is not proficient in English, how do you handle the situation? My advice, keep a translation software open all the time. And, okay, this is not like a radical idea because a lot of people actually do that. Everybody has a phone or something. And even if you are talking to the other person on the phone, you can minimize the window and open up a Google Translate, Yandex, or any other Microsoft, that Bing translator, whichever one you prefer. That is not a radical idea. But I'm going to talk about something else. Some of you may already use this technique. Let me actually show this to you. Okay. Let's imagine a scenario where you asked the other person something and they responded. They said that ashita ikimasu. Now let's imagine you don't know what ashita ikimasu means. You ask the person to repeat, and that person repeats it. They say ashita ikimasu. You heard the person clearly, but you still don't know what that means. Open the translation software and use the voice search option, the voice translate option. Here, watch this. Ashita ikimasu. There you go. And this way, you will see the way it is written and how it's pronounced and the English translation. And you can imagine the potential of this technique, just how much this can help you. Now, imagine you're talking to a Russian friend, and you ask your friend that, what did you do yesterday? And they say to you, yeah, your friend said that, я читал книгу. Now, you don't know what that means. You say like, Excuse me, can you say that again, please? And they say, "Ya chital knigu." Okay, now you know what that person said. "Ya chital knigu." Maybe you know that "ya" means I, but you don't know what "chital knigu" means. So you just click once. "Ya chital knigu." And there you have it.
Я читал книгу.
Easy? So, yeah. Please try that next time. And if you have already experienced this, if you have used this technique, please let me know how it went. For me personally, it's an absolute lifesaver. The idea of a communication breakdown does not exist anymore for me, no matter how, low the other person's level in English is, or how low my level in that person's language is. There's always hope to a certain extent of keeping the flow of the conversation going by using this technique. So please let me, I would be really curious, I would love to hear about your experience. If you have ever done this, or if you've tried after watching this video, please let me know how it goes. And I hope that you find this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one.